Coming up, we'll tell you why a Cal Poly football player spent the night in jail.
Cal Poly is about to have a new student president. We'll tell you when the results of a recent election will be announced.
And see who took home the roping title at Poly Royal Rodeo.
Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello and welcome to the 30-minute special edition of Mustang News. I'm Allison Edmonds.
And I'm Clara Knapp. Mustang News starts now. The two ASI presidential candidates still in the running have been campaigning hard the past 2 weeks, and they're about to find out if their efforts have paid off. Since the debate on April 16th, Owen Schwagerly and Lance Collins have spread the word about their vision for Cal Poly's future by speaking at club and Greek life meetings, hosting barbecues near Dexter Lawn, and having one-on-one conversations with fellow students. Their campaign efforts come to an end this weekend with the presidential election. Voting opened on the Cal Poly portal Wednesday, April 22nd at 7 a.m., and students had 24 hours to cast their votes. The winner will be announced at 11 a.m. Thursday, April 23rd. You can visit mustangnews.net to find out who will be the next ASI president.
Sororities and fraternities can host social events again. Greek life is off of social probation after 13 weeks. Sororities and fraternities are now allowed to register social events. However, there are new rules. Sororities and fraternities added a section to party registration for risk management during their probation. Some of the new guidelines include banning drinking games and shots, developing a wristband system for people over 21, and more sober monitors at social events. Administration is responding to the graffiti of swastikas and other vandalism that were found on the bike path across from the Alpha Epsilon Pi and Delta Sigma Phi fraternity houses. The DSP Greek letters were graffitied near the swastikas, making the vandalism and fraternity seem connected. Presidents of both fraternities stated that none of their members had anything to do with this and that there is no bad blood between them. AE Pi chapter president Jake Margulis believes this wasn't an attack on their fraternity, but rather an act of anti-Semitism. He hopes that this vandalism and accusation doesn't lead to any future problems with Greek life.
A football player is now suspended from the team while an investigation looking into his DUI begins. Offensive lineman Marvin Abu crashed into the parked car on Loomis Street off of Grand Avenue, flipping his Jeep. 2 were taken to the hospital that night, but Cal Poly confirmed all passengers will make a full recovery. A witness said 3 passengers managed to get out of the car, but Abu and the front seat passenger were stuck inside until his roommate helped them out.
He seemed really concussed at the time. My roommate helped out the guy also who was underneath him. They were kind of smashed together.
Cal Poly spokeswoman Jay Thompson said the university is beginning its investigation into the crash before deciding what actions to take. Poly Canyon is empty now, but reporter Michelle Logan shows us how architecture students transformed it into a temporary home this weekend.
Here, you go. I'll get it.
Everyone just took the idea of clockwork, and everybody has a completely different spin on it. We wanted to encompass as much time and clockwork that the universe has.
They started to brainstorm around the theme. Eventually came up with the idea of modeling the dome on a pocket watch.
First, the biggest part is the little Lazy Susan on the bottom, which is a masterful, piece metal work. It's over 200 weld. It's huge.
And then from there we had to grow it up bigger, so then we ended up having this 10-foot dome.
The dome design was based on a miniature, 1/12 size, and that took a lot of redesign.
We designed it so it'd be perfect, so it wouldn't really have as many issues up here.
If you look at the dome, the interlinking pieces are all gears. When it opens, the inner workings of a clock are displayed.
And then when it closes, it turns into like the northern hemisphere with the blue and the greens. And then you can spin it with the Lazy Susan. So it's all about time and just changing from night to day.
And it actually works in reverse. If we turn the dial, we can actually figure the time out by where the sun is.
Try to cover every aspect of clockwork. I think we did a pretty good job.
The team was the only one from Cal Poly to enter, and they took home the People's Choice Award.
There is now a place on campus where students who are interested in leadership opportunities can go to get hands-on experience. Students are now able to visit the Center for Leadership and Service after its grand opening Tuesday on the second floor of the University Union. According to the Assistant Director of the Center, Jason Mockford, the goal of the center is to unite different pockets of leadership that exist on campus. Another key element of the center will be its consulting service, which will be available for students seeking advice on any leadership topics.
After many months of interviews and meetings, Cal Poly is introducing 2 new sororities to campus. After last year's recruitment, Panhellenic decided the numbers were too high during fall recruitment. They are in favor of redoing class sizes in order to make sure that women feel comfortable and happy in their organizations. Fraternity and Sorority Life Coordinator Travis Roberts said that he thinks the new sororities will be a great asset to the community and will fit in perfectly with the Cal Poly Greek life. Alpha Gamma Delta will be making its way to the community in winter of 2016 and Delta Gamma following in the winter of 2018.
Asexual students are breaking down stereotypes by dating. The Pride Center held a Platonic date night Wednesday for students who identify as asexual. The date night had the makings of a typical date, dinner, drinks, and a movie. Events like these are important for asexual people to find one another, said event assistant Jonathan Schaefer.
Well, we want to create like a safe space for asexual students on campus, and we also want to have a place for them to meet each other. And an event like this can help people find other asexual people on campus they might not have known before.
Platonic Date Night is just one of many events hosted by the Pride Center for Pride Month. More Pride Month events can be found online at deanofstudents.calpoly.edu. Students got a chance to sit down with the candidates for the assistant director of the cross-cultural centers. Starting this past Monday, a different candidate visited all 3 centers for a day to hear from students. The assistant director will oversee and work with the CCCs, the Gender Equity Center, the Multicultural Center, and the Pride Center. Students involved in the different centers got to meet and ask each candidate questions. During their time with each candidate, so many students shared what they would like the future assistant director to change on campus.
I want this person to make the students realize that diversity is a problem here and how we would benefit out of diversity, and make those who are diverse comfortable on campus.
The 3 cross-cultural centers joined forces fall quarter of 2013 and are all in the UU.
Find out how CLA advisors are reacting to the student surveys and requests. Students camped out in the UU for the homeless. Find out more after the break.
Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
I wish I was in school. If only I had a math test today. I'll stay after class. I'll clean the chalkboard. I wish I was in school.
School ends, but free lunches for your kids don't have to. Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/summermeals for help.
The College of Liberal Arts Advising Center has had some conflicting reviews from students. According to CLA advisor Bree Gotts, they have made mistakes, but they don't happen often. There are currently 3 full-time advisors and 1 temporary advisor on staff in the CLA. Gotts says that when they hire, they look for people with a master's degree and some higher education experience, but it is not required. Overall, the center's top priority is making sure students have a smooth experience, getting what they want out of their education.
Students raised awareness about homelessness by having a sleep out in the University Union on Tuesday night. San Luis Obispo is ranked 3rd in the nation for most homeless people who sleep unsheltered every night. Student Community Services wants to raise awareness about the issue of homelessness that is often overlooked in the county. And so they started with the UU Sleep Out. Students got together and camped out with sleeping bags and blankets for a night under the stars to get a sense of what it is like to be homeless. The night consisted of a documentary about homelessness and discussions as well as food for the attendees. But some students think that fun is the last word that should be used to describe the night.
We're trying to instill into people that come sort of a sense of what homeless people have to do every night, you know? It's not, I mean, it kind of tends to be a little fun because you're with your friends and there's food and you're hanging out, but it's not really supposed to be a fun sleepover type of thing.
The sleep out was just the beginning of the week-long festivities that Student Community Services is putting on to continue to bring awareness to the public about the issue of homelessness. Students are participating in an energy-efficient home competition. Mustang News reporter Joel Escareno has more.
As a group, really take pride in that we're showcasing our abilities to design very efficiently, but also being able to talk to people about what they can do in their own lives.
Mueller is part of a design team that developed and engineered a solar-powered home as part of a competition called Solar Decathlon. The Decathlon is a national competition that challenges universities from around the country to design and engineer a net-zero energy home. Besides showcasing the students' skills and talents, the event has a bigger purpose.
The competition in Irvine, California really focuses on educating the public, not just about our home, but also about the simple lifestyle changes that they can make to make their life more energy efficient.
The solar-powered home is net zero energy, so the students do not use any power they don't produce. In the current design of the model, there are no batteries because competition guidelines restrict the students from using them. They are only allowed to use solar panels. However, the students have a message to the public about the benefits of net zero.
We really want to show people that being and living net zero doesn't mean sacrificing comfort. You can still have a very delightful home, a very pleasing home that services all your needs.
Over 100 students across 5 colleges and 12 different majors are working together with faculty, designers, and construction practitioners on the project.
It was actually a really real-life experience, and so instead of pretending like, oh, like I'm just gonna go to a studio and design a house, it's more I'm gonna go and talk to people and collaborate.
The Solar Decathlon competition will take place in the fall quarter of 2015. About 10 other universities will also participate in the event. That solar home might have some trouble charging this morning. Clouds over Baker this morning. Mariah Bravo will tell us if they'll be sticking around. Coming up after the break.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills? Check. Driver's license? Check. And a high school diploma or GED.
Skip the drama. Get your GED.
I got that. You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future and sign up for free classes now at yourGED.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better.
Please, don't quit on me. Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
You guys going to my party on Friday?
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
All right.
What's up, dude? I'm loving your jacket.
Don't be such a fag.
If you don't mean it, why say it? Words hurt. Think before you speak.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And now to Mariah for weather.
I really hope those.
Hello. I hope you're all having a beautiful Thursday morning. Let's jump into your weekly weather report. So today we have a high of 66 and a low of 55. We see that the clouds are yielding the sun a little bit, and it's gonna be like that for the rest of the week. You're gonna see not too much wind gusts, but later in the evening we might see winds gusting to 20 miles per hour. So here's the weekly weather map. We have 66 in Paso Robles, 64 in Atascadero, 61 in Los Osos, and 66 in San Luis Obispo, 68 in Arroyo Grande, 64 in Avila Beach, 66 in Napomo, and 67 in Santa Maria. No one's reaching the 70s this week. For our 5-day forecast, we're gonna have a high of 67 and a low of 48. Saturday, we're gonna see a high of 69 and a low of 49. And Sunday is when we're gonna start to get sunny. We have high of 73 and a low of 52. And on Monday here, we're gonna see a high of 78 and a low of 53. And Tuesday, we're gonna have a high of 80 and a low of 54. And that's your weekly weather report. Back to you on the desk.
Thank you, Mariah. Coming up next, find out what men's tennis is hoping to accomplish going into the Big West tournament. Find out what golf coach Scott Cartwright has to say about the Big West Championship this weekend. Sports is coming up right after the break.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to
Dad's home!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
The
The men's golf team is looking to capitalize on some home course advantage. The Big West Championship Tournament will be held at Slope Country Club this weekend. And the greens are looking fresh this week as the best golfers in the Big West face off in the 805. Cal Poly brings them a 6th place finish at the El Macero Classic hosted by UC Davis. Coach Scott Cartwright guides both the men's and women's golf teams. He is excited about the directions the teams are headed both on and off the course. Sophomore Mitch Martin has been carrying the team as of late. He shot a 3 under 69 in the El Macero Classic and finished in 3rd overall in the tournament. Cal Poly hosts the Big West Championship at the Slope Country Club starting Friday and wrapping up on Sunday. The 54th ranked Cal Poly's men's tennis team is looking to claim its 3rd Big West Conference tournament title in 4 seasons. Cal Poly currently has one of the top double teams in the conference, record-wise, and has won 6 consecutive matchups. Individually, the Mustangs also feature 2 players with 19 single victories this season. Cal Poly has secured an IT national ranking for 9 consecutive weeks and has beaten 4 nationally ranked opponents this season. Head coach Nick Carla says his team is confident entering the tournament.
You know, I think the irony is that we're going to go in as the highest nationally ranked team in that tournament, but we will be the 4th seed. So, you know, numbers, seedings don't matter. We just got to go down there and play a little bit better tennis than what we have been.
The Mustangs will open the tournament as the 4th seed. The winner of Thursday's battles will take number 1 seeded UC Irvine at 3 p.m. Friday. That's all we have for this week's sports updates. Back to you at the desk.
And the equestrian team showed off their skills for open house visitors. Find out how the music department's open house concert blew the audience away on Friday night.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course.
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Did you take your medicine? Oh, gosh, I forgot it.
Her nurse.
You need a claim number?
Her personal assistant.
Let me just grab a...
Her housekeeper. Her cook. Her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Poly Royal and its cowboys and cowgirls did not disappoint last weekend. Hundreds of people filled the arena stands for the 75th annual rodeo event. Calf roping, breakaway team roping, and bareback riding were some of the events that Cal Poly's rodeo team, along with 6 other schools, competed in. Graduate student Taylor Gregg claimed the all-around cowboy title, and agricultural engineering sophomore Colton Farquhar was crowned the 75th Poly Royal tie-down champion. The rodeo team will continue on their journey as they prepare for regionals. Students and faculty from the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences welcomed prospective students during open house. The annual Agriculture Pavilion showcased the different departments and clubs within the college. The pavilion showcase included interactive displays, food samples, and live animals. Some of the displays included samples of strawberries, information about healthy diets, and matching the internal organs to the correct animal. Visitors were also able to buy many student-grown and processed foods. Open house visitors also saw a variety of skills on display at the equestrian team's mock show. Western and English style riders performed different skills such as walk jog lope, and hunter-seek equitation in order for the show to resemble a real competition. The participants did not know ahead of time what patterns they had to complete or what horses they would ride. Cal Poly's equestrian team is one of 20 California colleges to participate in the Intercollegiate Horse Show Association. The team will continue competing in September when their new season begins. The music department showed off some of their best talent Friday night at their open house concert in the Pack. 3 Cal Poly music ensembles performed at this year's open house concert. The symphony, the wind ensemble, and the jazz band all performed various works, everything from Strange Rumors by John Mackey to Monty Norman's theme from the James Bond movies. More than 90 high school musicians came to the concert for the All-State Festival, where they watched Cal Poly's musicians perform, and they got to take the stage to perform on Saturday night. The symphony was conducted by David Arabi, the wind ensemble was conducted by Andrew McMahon, and the jazz band was directed by Paul Rinsler. That's all the stories we have for Polywood. Back to you at the desk.
Voting is over and a new ASI president is about to be announced. Reporter Leah Horner took a look at how closely students have been paying attention.
ASI presidential candidates have been campaigning on campus for the past couple of weeks. I talked to a couple students to see just how well that campaigning has been going.
Well, I know a few. There's Lance Collins is running for ASI president, and Owen is running for ASI president.
Anchor with Bowden, I think, is one of them.
Owen and Colin. There is Owen Schwager, kind of something, and then Lance Collins.
Owen is, and that's it.
I kind of think that Cal Poly students get trapped in like the little bubble because you're focusing on school and like everything going around them, that it just becomes like forgotten that what's happening outside the world.
And while the on-campus campaigning is happening, there also is national campaigning going on for U.S. president. I talked to a few students to see how much they know about those candidates.
Oh, well, not everyone's officially declared yet. On the Democratic side, of course, Hillary Clinton is running.
Hillary Clinton just announced presidency. I have no idea.
Biden probably isn't going to run. On the Democratic side, people want Elizabeth Warren to run, but she hasn't.
Hillary Clinton, and I don't know another one.
Pretty sure there's Clinton, Bush, and I want to say Romney, but I'm not entirely sure.
On the Republican side, you have Marco Rubio has declared. Chris Christie hasn't said anything. He probably won't do pretty well. Jeb Bush has said he's going to, well, he hasn't said he's going to declare, but we all think he's going to, so we could end up with Bush versus Clinton again.
Mark Rubio, I believe, as well, and Jeb Bush.
Hillary Clinton, and I don't know yet.
Who else? Scott Walker is making a strong run. Ted Cruz. Those are a couple. I mean, I think there might be a couple more, but those are the main names, I think.
You can watch our broadcasts on Charter Channel 19, UHTV Channel 4.2, and Campus Channel 4.1. You can also find constant broadcast coverage on MustangNews.net. Have a great rest of your day.